Yeah.
And you told us to interrupt you as soon as we got a question. You told us to interrupt you as soon as you got a question.
You know what? Go find Arena. I'll be there in like 30 seconds.
Irena? Ken told us to come talk to you.
Like, what the hell, guys? Like, you guys are supposed to be following Ken around. Why are you following me?
So someone wrote in
I told you guys to leave.
that I'm buying a property and they need to make repairs before closing. How could I protect myself?
Sometimes, for example, you're buying a property, you do an inspection, and the inspector says, hey, listen, the HVAC is making a noise and it needs to be repaired.
Yeah.
So now as the buyer, you're saying, okay, perfect. But then in the back of your head, you're going home and you're thinking, you know, how do I ensure that it'll be fixed? So my job as a real estate agent is to put that in the contract. So it says, hey, by the way, on or before, well, say before closing.
Help with the lawyer to make sure it's legally sound.
What you can do is ensure that your real estate agent puts it in the contract where it says that the seller is going to repair the HVAC by a licensed professional.
Not just a professional, the professional like HVAC person.
By
or
professional
a plumber
HVAC
or
person.
an electrician.
And they're going to show a receipt, right? On top of that, remember that
not just a dollar store book.
Not just a dollar
it
store
has
receipt.
to be a professional company that's registered as a contractor.
You know, I'm gonna let her take this on because she gets this
Sure,
a lot.
okay.
But on my end, just make sure that's in the contract, and then you can always go back before closing and check it as well. But I will let Irena tackle this one.
At this point, you just want to make sure that the client's protected. So Kenneth is right. I'm just adding a little meat to the answer, if you want to call it that. But you just want to make sure that a licensed contractor, a licensed plumber, whatever the trade is stipulated in the agreement. And you don't want it done by closing. You want to have it done maybe a week before closing and have that provided in the contract so you and your realtor can go back to the property and make sure that they've fixed it. And if they haven't, the contract would also provide that they'll get a credit for whatever the repairs will cost or whatever the equipment is worth if they're
And
doing
the key, I would say, you said is license, because some people like to be tricky, and the seller.
And it's happened to both of us.
Yeah, and the seller will say, yeah, I'll get it, but you didn't say license. So now their brother comes over and just says, yeah, it's all good. You know what I mean? And legally, you may not have any footing because you didn't say.
You didn't stipulate the type of person, and you didn't specify the type of receipt, so they'll go to the dollar store and buy those handwritten received from receipts, and that legally meets the definitions.
All right, guys, so there you go. But you know what, guys, there is no need to get the short end of the stick in this transaction. All you need to do is make sure that you put it in the contract that things will be done, and if it gets to your lawyer at the end, she will be able to protect you if it's not done. So let's say you're still thinking, what if you do all of this, you do it the right way, but still you go in on day one or the day before and it's not done. Well, as long as you put it in the contract the right way, then your lawyer can now deduct or they can just give a credit to you,
hold back money
on closing to make sure.
Yeah.
So if the cost was going to be $2,000, now you will hold. There'll be a holdback, and you can get that credit on closing. So you can
put more money in your pocket.
And put more money in your pocket. Good job, man. Done deal, bro. Okay.
Can we go home now?
You guys can go. We're good.